Welcome to my latest video, my Start the Week by Stamping series, and this is a simple stamping series, and I wanted to show you this really simple card. In fact, there's hardly any stamping on it. The only little stamping is this bit. We're really making the most of Stampin' Up's Designer Series paper. This is, let me just check the name before I get it wrong. I believe it's the Santa's Workshop suite. And this, let me just find it. This is, Santa's Workshop Specialty Designer Series paper, because most of the papers have a little flocking to it, so whether it's in snowflakes or just some designs on it. We're going to use also, now I'm not actually using it, but to make this a quick, easy and inexpensive card, what we could use are these Santa's Workshop Memories and More cards and envelopes. So these are in Poppy Parade, which is the colour I've used in, I'm cheating slightly because I don't have these, but this is normal Poppy Parade cardstock. But if you got these, you don't even really need to cut down your cardstock or buy a full pack of cardstock. In this pack you get 20 card bases, 10 of the large ones and 10 of the small ones. So they're made to go with the Memories and More card pack. So literally you just cut and stick, or not even cut and stick, just stick, and you will get some little embellishments in the pack to spice up your cards. But we're going to use the Designer Series paper, and I'm going to show you, we're going to use the stamp set and the paper. Now the stamp set comes with framelits which cut out the shapes, the stamped images, and also the shapes. But you know what, you don't even need to have the framelits if you didn't want to. If you wanted to make an inexpensive card, you can just use scissors. So that's my card. So we're going to start with a normal card base. As I say, you could use the Memories and More card base. Now I cannot help myself, I need layers. So while this would be perfectly acceptable to just put the card, the DSP, Designer Series paper, straight down onto your card base, just there's something in me, and I'm sorry, but I need a layer. I just need a little edge. It doesn't have to be much. In fact, it's very, very tiny. It's just the hint of a border around it. My base measures 14.3. Sorry, my top layer, the garden green, measures 14.3 by 10 centimeters, and then this is 9.7 by 14.3, so that'd be 9.7 by 14. So it's really a tiny, tiny, tiny border, but I just need it. And then we have, this is 9 centimeters by 7.5, and then this would be 8.7 by 7.2. So basically it's about a 3mm gap, or a 3mm border, 1.5 either side. That's all I'm doing. So really, this is all we're going to do. We're just sticking a tiny bit of stamping. Now this is one of the sheets. As I say, you could stamp, colour and die cut your elves out from this with using the stamp set, but we are just going to literally take our scissors and chop, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so we're just going to literally chop our little red friend here, and I'll just easier if I just, and our little green friend. So we'll take them out. Okay, so the easiest way, I'm going to leave a tiny little border. So it's, you don't necessarily move, you don't really move your scissors. You hold the scissors, and you, with the left hand, you are moving the cardstock. So it sort of eliminates that choppiness that you sometimes get when you're almost the sawing action of the scissors. You won't really see that so much if you move the cardstock with your hand. Now my children and my husband are currently outside my door. In fact, they almost came in to turn on the leaf blower. So I'm very conscious that they are very close and you can probably hear them. They're gardening today. It's autumn or fall here in the UK still, and we have leaves everywhere, and they are out trying to tidy up the leaves. So I'm very conscious that you can probably hear them. So I'm trying to be quick. I'm probably not as careful as I would be if I wasn't under time pressure for them to get their gardening done. So there's one. And then let's start this one. So as I say, move. Not too much of the saw action, and moving the cardstock. See how you don't really get too much of a choppiness if you move the cardstock and not. This is coming out okay for you, isn't it? When the phone has done a little bit of autofocus and not making this blurred. It looks okay, but it's hard to look at the camera and see what's recording and then look down at my hands. It's best to keep my eye on the job in hand, literally. So as this is kind of sitting on the white, it's not going to sit in the whisper white part, so it's not too crucial if I'm not perfectly accurate. Of course, if you had the dies, you could just die cut these little people out, but you do not have to have the dies. I know sometimes some of my ladies, they look at sets in the catalogue and they think, oh, I don't have a big shot, so that set doesn't apply to me because it comes with dies. But you know what? Of course it does. You don't need the dies. They're very handy to have, but you can, everything you want to, you can cut out. Okay, so stamping the greeting. I can't see where my normal that is, so I'll just use my new one. So I'm just taking my white piece, and in the bottom left hand corner I'm just stamping the From All of Us. So that's in Memento black, tuxedo black, just like so. Pardon me. So simply a case of putting that all together. So we shall take our base and our garden green layer. Just checking that's the right one. I think this might be the wrong one. Is this the right one? Yes, there we go. So, I just get a frog in your throat when you're in the middle trying to make a video. Okay, so that goes on, oops, that goes down, oops, just a little smidgen of a border. Get that as straight as I can. There we go. That goes on my red Poppy Parades card base. And that goes down like so. And we're going to put this on our garden green. Like so. Excuse my children being very noisy. I hope you can't hear them too loudly. And then I'm going to have one little elf going this way, one little elf going that way to stick them on first. Actually, at the top, like so. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals. And I had them to hand just a minute ago. Here they are. And just taking the backing of these. And that goes on just like that. Now we have some these little Santa workshop enamel shapes in the catalogue, and these are they. Now they're perfectly fine like that, but when you have them, why not use them? So I'm just going to stick on, I'm going to do this by hand, a couple of snowflakes. Oops. And maybe a tree. I'll do a little tree this time. I should do it over here. Over here, I think. There we go. So there's my card. Oh, and one more thing. So we are going to take, obviously my outside says from all of us, and I'm going to put a joyful Christmas on the inside. So, oh, I need a little bit more ink than that. That looks better. So, joyful Christmas on the inside, like so. And I might just take a little bit of the designer series paper and put that along the bottom. So this strip, I think it's about 1 inch wide, because I made these on one of my recent retreat gifts, and they, to get all the people in, really 1 inch wide is a good, so 1 inch is what, 2 point, oh gosh, what is 1 inch? It's about 2 centimeters. I'm just going to trim the extra off the edge of that. So there we go. We have that. We can just coordinate our inside of the card like so. That was just a scrap I had lying around. But if your insert measures 10 centimeters, it will be 10 centimeters wide and just wide enough to get all the characters in. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed my simple stamping card. This one has the garden green border and this one has smoky slate. Both these colours are in the DSP itself, but it's a super simple card. Doesn't take you very long. The only bit is just cutting out those little elves, but I say if you have the dies, then that becomes a much quicker process. Hope you enjoyed today's card, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!